The agonizing wait is over. Fleetwood, finally, for everything, the FedEx Cup title.
I'm once again excited to be joined by Lou Stagner, our lead stats guy, as well as the assistant men's golf coach for the Princeton golf team. Lou, how's it going?
It's going good today, Ryan. Excited to talk about what's going on.
It's been a great season on the PGA Tour, and it was capped off with Tommy Fleetwood making his first win on the PGA Tour, the Tour Championship, the FedEx Cup. He is the 1,001 winner on the PGA Tour, and he brings with him a unique stat as someone who makes the Tour Championship his first win.
Well, everybody loves Tommy. Everyone was excited to see him get that first win, and he's the first person to make the Tour Championship his first win since Chad Campbell way back in 2003.
Must be a ball striker's golf course for those first wins, because I know Chad Campbell was one heck of a ball striker. Now, speaking of big numbers, Tommy walked away with $10 million, but Shane Lowry had a big number of his own, but he did it with the flat stick.
Yeah, this is not something we see too much. In the second round on the 14th hole, Shane made a putt from 97 feet 6 inches. That is an absolutely monstrous putt.
Must have been something to do with those newly renovated Andrew Green greens over at Eastlake.
In record fashion, Cameron Young wins the Wyndham Championship of 2025, his first victory on the PGA Tour.
There is a lot more to talk about than just the FedEx Cup, because Cameron Young was the 1,000th unique winner on the PGA Tour, and he had quite the week at the Wyndham.
He did. He was front nine domination for Cameron Young at the Wyndham. He was 18 under on the front nine. Lowest front nine score at a par at the Wyndham since 2008, gaining 14 strokes in the front versus only 5 on the back. Made 20 birdies on the front versus only 7 on the back.
We talked about this before, as how there are nines that just tend to work for players. And, something else that worked for him was his putter.
Yeah, fantastic event with the putter, gaining over 10 strokes, third most by a PGA Tour winner since 2003. And he led the field in strokes gained putting for the first time in his career.
And he saw that split again on the front versus the back nine when it comes to his putting, which I think is so funny when you think about how these splits work when a player is going through their round of golf.
Yeah, and it was a huge split. So he gained just over 11 strokes on the front, and he lost 0.68 strokes on the back.
They say when you find your zone, you got to get it, and those holes seem to work for him, and it paid off really well. Someone else, as we headed into the playoffs, who had a great week was Justin Rose, who won the FedEx St. Jude, and he did it with a little bit of a down-the-stretch run.
He did. A very clutch closing few holes there. He trailed by 3 with 5 to play, and it tied the largest deficit overcome with 5 holes left on tour since 2024.
Very cool, and he did it with his ball striking. His proximity to the hole that week was extremely impressive.
Yeah, he went 4 under on the last 5, gaining close to 4 strokes total. Best for the week. His proximity was 19 feet 5 inches.
And he did that too, even better, on the 18th hole. Once again, we find these holes that stand out for players, and for him, that hole just really worked with his game.
Yeah, so it was a proximity clinic on the 18th hole. So event average proximity of 26 feet 9 inches. 4th closest event average of his PGA Tour career. And on the 18th, he averaged 11 feet 8 inches across the 4 rounds and the 3 playoff holes. He was inside of 14 feet on his approach shot on 6 of 7 attempts.
That is going to set you up for some birdies. And we don't want to point out age. I don't like, I'm a little older too. But he won at 45 years and 11 days. That really stands out.
Yeah, 3rd oldest winner of a FedEx Cup playoff event since 2007, and 5,075 days between playoff wins, the longest span in the FedEx Cup era.
That's pretty cool. It was fun to see him standing behind the green with his phone out while watching Tommy Fleetwood get his first win, and to think only a few weeks ago that he got his win there at the FedEx to move from the 25th place into 4th place heading into the BMW. Speaking of the BMW, got to talk about him once again. Scottie Scheffler took home another win at the BMW, and he has been on, we say heater, run. At this point, it just seems to be sustained greatness.
I feel like we should just pre-record a bunch of these episodes with Scottie winning, because he's probably going to win a bunch of these events.
And these wins have been historic. His speed to get to 18 wins so far on the PGA Tour is absolutely elite.
Yeah, he's just been playing so well. Over 2024 and 2025, his win rate is 32.43%. Only Tiger Woods has higher consecutive season win rates since 1995. And talking about how fast he got to his 18th tour win, second fastest in tour history. So it took Tiger 3 years, 5 months, and 13 days. Scheffler needed 39 more days. He did it in 3 years, 6 months, and 4 days. Second best all time.
To rack that kind of winning percentage up, you have to do it in consecutive years, and he's really done that.
Yeah, he is only the second player to have 5 or more wins in consecutive seasons in the last 42 years.
That is a very, very impressive stat. Congratulations, Scottie. Now, speaking of strokes gained and dominance, at Caves Valley, he put on a clinic throughout the bag, including his putter, which became a weapon. And, again, top to bottom, everything stood out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So he ranked first off the tee, 5th in approach, 1st in around the green, and 16th in putting. It's his 7th career event, ranking in the top 20 in all 4 strokes gained categories, and also just 1 of 10 times since 2004 where a winner gained more than 3.7 strokes in every round of a 72-hole event.
To think that you can have that kind of consistency through the bag makes him a very, very tough guy to beat. And it goes to show that even when he does miss greens, he gets up and down. This guy he's almost like, they talk about being inevitable. He's kind of like the Terminator. He's just not going to stop. And he's done it as well with some comeback wins too, which I find very interesting.
Yes, so 5 final round comeback wins, and it ties the most of any player since 2022.
So congratulations to Scottie, congratulations to Tommy, congratulations to all the winners this year on the PGA Tour. And as always, thanks again, Lou.
Thanks, Ryan. It's been a great season.